ka, utusan ka, pero ikaw ay inutusan ng Lucky South, magbayad ka sa PAGCOR ng back charges sapagkat ikaw mismo ang nag-apply sa PAGCOR ng POGO. Yes or no?
Hindi po, Mr. Chair, hindi po ako mismo yung nag-apply sa POGO. Renewal lang nung pumunta
Hindi
po
ba
kami.
kasama ka ni Atty. Jairo sa
Yes
PAGCOR?
po, for renewal po.
Ibig sabihin, ikaw ang nag-renew o nag-apply, whatever it is. Basta napunta ka sa PAGCOR. Am I right?
Yes po.
Ikaw ang nagbayad. Am I right?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
At ang binayaran mo sa PAGCOR, ukol yun sa POGO. Am I right? Yes or no? Huwag kang mag-isinungaling dito.
Yes po, Mr.
Kahit
Chair,
genius
kasi-
ka, hindi mo kayang paikutin. Kaming dalawa ni Congressman Romy Acop. Si Congressman Dan, kaya mo pa pinapaikot yan eh. Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chairman,
Congressman Abante.
alam mo, Mr. Chairman, this is not a laughing
Yes,
matter.
yes, Congressman Dan.
No, I just wanted to also to clarify that my position is to really to find out yung nalalaman ni Miss Cassandra Ong. Yun lang naman ang intention natin, to find out the truth, to help us ease the problems that we are encountering on trying to link each and every one of those who have perpetrated the crimes on this Pogo Hub. And I thought, and we thought, that she'll be cooperating with us. But unfortunately, it seems that she doesn't want to cooperate. I hope, Kasi, that you will change your mind.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Noted. I know that Congressman Dan is so kind with beautiful women.
Okay, are you done?
Mr. Chair, no,
Congressman?
I'm at the time. I about have two
Okay, please
questions
wrap
more.
up. Thank you.
Yes. Miss Cassie Ong, Mr. Chair, may I ask, do you know Rainier Chu? Do you know Rainier Chu? Kilala mo ba si Rainier Chu? Yes or no lang yan, kung kilala mo o siya o hindi. Do you refuse to answer if you know?
Tanungin natin,
Kilala mo ba si Rainier Chu?
Mr. Chair, I invoke my right.
Ha?
I invoke my right to remain silent.
No, you cannot invoke your right. That is not, this is not a court. This is a hearing in Congress.
Chairman,
She invoked her right not
Chairman.
to answer. Tinatanong kita, kilala mo ba si Rainier Chu?
Okay, before that, Congressman Abante, is this a interjection?
yes, Mr. Chairman, if the good congressman...
Although
Abante
our
will-
ground rules does not allow interjections, but the chair will allow you to speak.
Thank you, Chairman.
Congressman Paduano.
Mr. Chairman, matanong ko lang po, that was the advice of your lawyer? No, that's yours. Now, ang ano kasi dito sa House, sa inquiry in aid of legislation, if the question and your answer will be incriminating to you. And what is incriminating to answer yes or no to that question of the Chairman Davante? Wala eh. Wala akong nakitang incriminating. Tinatanong ka pa lang naman kung kilala mo hindi. O yes or no lang.
Pakisagot mo lang, kilala mo ba si Mr. Rainier Chu?
Mr. Chair, pwedeng hindi ko po siya sagutin.
So parang
Mr.
sinabi
Chair.
mo na rin,
Mr.
nakakilala mo siya.
Chair,
Okay.
Mr. Chair.
Again, sige, Congressman Acop.
Attorney, are you advising your client properly? Because according to our rules, the refusal to answer any question which is not incriminatory to the resource persons, he can be cited in contempt. Alam nyo naman po siguro yun. So, kindly advise your lawyer kasi,
May I, Mr. Chair, repeat the question? I just would like Ms. Cassie Ong, please to answer me right now and to answer the committee, yes or no. Kilala ba
Chair.
niya si Rainier Chu? Sapagkat if she will not answer and invoke her right to silence, ibig sabihin, Mr. Chair, kilala niya si Rainier Chu. And I know, Mr. Chair, that she refuses to answer if she knows because there are some sensitive things that she knows about Pogo.
So your 30 seconds is up. Kasi, kilala mo ba si Mr. Rainier Chu?
Kakilala po.
Okay. Yun.
Pero po, again, hindi ko po siya, parang,
O yun ang susunod kong tanong. Ano ang pagkakilala mo sa kanya?
again, hindi ko po siya sobrang close po.
Pero kilala ka niya. Hindi mo siya masyadong kilala, pero kilala ka niya at kilala ka niya na ikaw ay involved sa Pogo Hub.
Hindi ko
Again, sinayo mo na kanina na ang binayaran mo sa Pagcor Pogo involved ka. Please, Miss Ong, please. Sapagkat you have been answering, kahit noon pa, I was asking you, na sinasabi mo palagi, hindi ka involved sa Pogo, hindi mo alam ang Pogo. Right now, anyone can be caught in the mouth. Okay? A fish is always caught in the mouth. Unless otherwise, you use a net. Alright? So therefore, ngayon, inaamin mo sa committee ito na you know about Pogo. Inaamin mo na yung Lucky South, Pogo ang negosyo. Yes or no?
pwedeng pakiulit po yung question.
Mr. Chair, ang lakas na ho ng boses ko para hindi nyo marinig yung sinabi ko Mahina din ba tenga mo? Ang lakas na ng boses ko Uulitin ko pa ba?
If I may,
Mr. Chair.
Congressman Abante, if I may, just few, Alam mo, kasi, sa tingin ng marami naming mga kasamaan dito, ikaw ay ginamit na dami. Ikaw ay dami ng mga taong nasa likod nitong Pogo. Ang sunod na tanong, ikaw ba alam mo na illegal yung mga ginagawa o hindi? Kaya nga binibigyan ka namin ng pagkakataon. Dahil pwede mo namang sabihin na ginamit ka, na dami ka lang. Hindi ba? Kasi kung sasabihin mo, ipipilit mo na ikaw ay isang investor dyan, baka tanungin namin magkano ininvest mo at hindi ka magsalita, mas mananagot ka sa amin. Pangalawa, saan galing yung pera mo? Diba, sinabi mo kanina, nabanggit mo sa mother mo. Na yung mother mo, I'm sorry to hear that, she passed away already. Pero tatanungin namin, saan galing? Yung mother mo ba may negosyo? Meron bang binabayad na buwis? Magkano bang naipon ng mother mo? Gusto mo bang umabot tayo sa ganun? Kaya alam mo, yung mga tanong na tinatanong ng mga kasamahan namin dito, kasi kami alam na namin na ikaw ay ginamit lang Ikaw ay dami ka lang dito. At merong mga tao nasa likod nito na hindi mo mabanggit for some reason. No, for some reason, hindi mo mabanggit kasi maaaring malapit sa'yo, o hindi kaya ay kamag-anak mo, o hindi kaya ay boyfriend mo, o hindi kaya ay siya yung pilit mong tinatago sa amin. Di ba? Anong masasabi mo kasi?
Sa lahat po ng question na po, hindi po ako dami.
So, investor ka.
Yes po.
So, Sige.
Mr. Chair.
Investor po ng ano?
Mr. Chair, again po, word win po. Mr. Chair,
Kasi, how much did you earn in totality being the incorporator of Whirlwind Corporation?
can I not disclose that po?
Simple question. You've been a incorporator of Whirlwind Corporation. Kung ikaw ay incorporator, syempre, at least alam mo kung magkano. Sabihin na lang natin, nung nag-start ka ng, sa Whirlwind Corporation, nung 2019 yung sa 2022. So magkano yung kinita mo na doon? Nagbabayad ka ba ng income tax? Do you have an income tax return?
Ipatanong ko po sa tao ko. Basta,
Kasi you're handling so much money. Tapos, a simple income tax return, hindi mo masagot. So, be cooperative. Magsabi ka na kasi ng totoo sa amin. Kasi yun lang kami makakatulong sa'yo. Natatakot ka ba sa mga tao na kapaligid sa'yo? Hindi ka natatakot? Hindi ka natatakot makulong?
harapin ka ng boss.
Ha?
Mr. Chair.
Ano na?
If ever po there's a case against...
Haharapin mo na lang yung kaso.
Opo.
So in other words, you don't want to be protected by being cooperative to this committee, and you will face the music with the court. Is that what you're trying to say? Ay, ibig sabihin, mas gugustuhin mo pang harapin talaga yung kaso mo sa korte kaysa bigyan ka namin ng pagkakataon na maging parte ng aming pinaglalaban dito sa quad committee ito na mag-cooperate ka sa aming investigasyon. So, in other words, you will not be you will not be cooperating anymore by naming names. Yun lang naman hinihingi namin sa iyo kasi mga pangalan
Wala po akong may bibigay na pangalan, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair,
Sige,
Mr. Chair,
Congressman Abante.
I'd like to make a motion that we invite Mr. Rainer Chu in this hearing, Mr. Chair. I so move.
There is a motion to invite Mr. Rainier Chu. Any second?
Second, Mr. Chair.
Julie seconded. No objections. Hearing no objections, the motion is carried. Comsec.
Oh, Mr. Chair, isa na lang tanong, no? Sinabi mo kanina, Mr. Chair, Miss Cassie, na ang involvement mo ay yung income rentals ng Whirlwind. Am I right? Oo.
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Tanong ko lang ganito. Yung income rentals per square meter, di ba? And per ulo operator. Am I right? Per ulo operator protection. Protection dito sa iyo at kay Mr. Wu.
No po.
Hindi.
Hindi po.
Wala
Wala
Sapagkat ikaw ang kumukolekta Ikaw ang kumukolekta ng income rentals per square meter plus yung protection para kay Mr. Wu. Pakisagot na po.
Wala po.
Okay. Well, lastly, Mr. Chair, is your lawyer here right now an associate of Attorney Topacio? You are.
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
May I ask, Mr. Chair, why Attorney Topacio is not here today? Can the lawyer answer, please?
Your Honor, please, he has a previous commitment. He was supposed to be ready for yesterday's hearing, but unfortunately, it was transferred to today, Your Honor.
Well, Congressman Dan mentioned about what Attorney Topacio did to us. No? Would like to ask from you if Attorney Topacio owned this, I do not know if this is Facebook or whatever it is. It is called Yes, Yes, Yo. Does Attorney Topacio own this?
I understand, Your Honor, that he has a radio program, but I don't know if that is the one, Your Honor.
Oh yes, it says right here, yes, yes, yo, have a great weekend. And this is what Attorney Topacio is saying. You know, he is trying to appear like he is a young brat when he is actually a very good lawyer. And he is a friend even of this committee. I do not know why he has been saying things against us and bad things about us. Anyway, alam mo may kasabihan tayo, attorney, Mr. Chair. Meron akong nabasang kasabihan. You know, never approach a bull in front and never approach a horse behind and never approach an idiot in any direction. Oh, bahala ka na, attorney, kung anong gusto mong isipin tungkol doon, you know. And the thing is, we're not going to, in a way, attack him for this. Gusto ko lang sabihin sa kanya, at we have a copy of all of this. I'm not actually offended, no? Nakakaano lang na the kind of very good lawyer he is, that he would appear like a young brat that does nothing but go against us who are seriously investigating this matter for the Filipino people para malaman po ng publiko ang katotohanan. Hindi po para sa amin. Mr. Chair, maraming salamat po. Yun lang gusto kong sabihin.
Thank you, Congressman Abante.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Congresswoman Luis.
I just wish to add to the manifestation of the Honorable Abante that the reposting done by Yes, Yes, Yo, which we believe belongs to Attorney Topacio, constitute an act of contempt because that constitutes disrespect to the members of this committee. I hope that this is a reasonable warning for him. We are all members of the bar. We are not taught like this. We are not trained like this. We are bound to protect our legal profession. And this is not the way we should discharge our responsibility as members of the Philippine Bar. Kindly relay to Attorney Topacio.
I will, Your Honor.
Thank you, Congresswoman Luistro.
Mr.
Next,
Chair?
Yes, Congressman Keith Flores.
Earlier when I was questioning Ms. Ong, Mr. Chair, I asked her about the ITRs of Whirlwind. So now I would just like to make it into a motion, Mr. Chair, to compel Whirlwind Corporation through Ms. Cassandra Ong to submit the income tax returns of Whirlwind Corporation from the years 2019 to 2023, Mr. Chair, and also for the settlement of the estate of the mother of Ms. Cassandra Ong, Mr. Chair.
Okay, there is a motion to... Yes, sige, attorney.
May I please be recognized, Mr. Chair? Your
Okay,
Honor?
you're recognized.
Your Honor, please, one problem that Ms. Ong has been complaining is that her cell phone, Your Honor, contains so many of the documents, personal documents, official documents, and she has no other way to access this information. It is in her cell phone, in her iPad, Your Honor, please. It is in these devices are in the custody of the NBI. We have twice requested, Your Honor, from the office of Director Jaime Santiago. I am not sure if the answer of one of the NBI officers is official, that they will abide by the order of the Senate or of the Congress, of this Honorable House, if there is an order to return the said gadgets, Your Honor, please. So one reason why Ms. Ong finds it very hard to recall some data, Your Honor, please, is that she has no aid because she don't have hard copies of this, Your Honor, please.
Okay,
May
thank
we
you.
know, please, Your Honor, if there is any remedy from
Mr.
this
Chairman,
honorable body, Your
Mr.
Honor.
Chairman, if I
Well,
may.
the Quad Committee will make representations to DOJ and NBI and perhaps ask whether we can have the gadgets of Miss Cassandra Ong be turned over to her. Of course, we will abide by what the DOJ would advise us. So, but be assured that the Quad Committee will make representations to DOJ and NBI.
May I...
Mr. Chair.
Sorry.
Yes, Congressman Fernandez.
Kasi, ano yun, iPhone? Meron kang iCloud? Meron kang cloud? Di ba?
Opo, iPhone po, pero wala siyang... hindi ko po
Hindi
kasi...
ka naka-cloud?
Hindi siya naka-shared po eh. So
All
once
the
na...
documents that you put on your cellphone, hindi siya automatic sharing sa cloud? Are you sure?
Yes po. I can prove it naman pag nandyan po yung ano.
Okay.
Mr. Chair, let me amend my
So-
motion, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Congressman Flores.
So that we will not interfere with the investigation of the NBI and not retrieve the cell phone, maybe just direct the BIR office concerned, Mr. Chair,
Okay.
to furnish us with copies of the ITR.
Is BIR here? Meron bang representative ng BIR? Yeah, in the last hearings, ito. Can you state your name?
I am Attorney Scanton Orculio from the Bureau of Internal Revenues, Legal and Legislative Division, Mr. Chair.
Okay, there is a request from Congressman Flores with respect to the ITR of the Whirlwind Corporation and Miss Cassandra Ong on the periods
2019 to 2023, Mr. Chair.
2019 to 2023. Can you provide this committee those information?
Unfortunately, Mr. Chair, they are protected by Section 270 of the Tax Code, which prohibits the BIR or any of its officers from divulging tax returns and other information of a taxpayer to anyone, sir. It is a criminal liability for us. But if we could ask Mr. Chair for a written permission from Ms. Cassandra Ong, and also as an heir of her mother's estate, we can provide this committee, Mr. Chair.
Okay, Miss Cassie Ong, kailangan ng permiso mo para mag-release ng dokumento ang BIR doon sa hinihingi ni Congressman Flores na income tax return mo ng Whirlwind Corporation at saka yung estate ng mother mo, yung mother mo. Naintindihan mo ba yun?
Yes po, Mr. Chair. Pwede ko pong konsultahin muna yung lawyer ko about that po, Mr. Chair.
Attorney, please advise your client. And let us wait for the letter of Cassandra Ong to giving permission to the BIR to release these documents. In the meantime, we would like to ask the lawyer to please advise your client that before the day ends, before this hearing ends, may we be informed as to the decision of your client. Salamat. Thank you.
Mr. Chair,
Congresswoman Luistro.
can I have a short inquiry with AMLA?
Okay. Please proceed.
May we know the status of the cases filed already against Cassandra Ong?
Good
What
afternoon,
cases
Your Honor.
have you filed so far with Cassandra Ong?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. For Cassandra Ong, we have filed a money laundering complaint last Friday, Your Honor.
And in your mandate, AMLA, have you tried to look into the bank deposits of Cassandra Ong?
Your Honor, that is part of the ongoing investigation. But with respect to the money laundering complaint last Friday, we have limited ourselves to the transaction of Ms. Alice Go.
I understand, however, Mr. Chair, that in the charter of AMLA, there are crimes, offenses, when you can look into the bank accounts as exception to bank secrecy law without a court order. Is it the opinion of AMLA that this one belongs to the exception?
That is correct, Your Honor. The predicate offenses relied upon in filing the man laundering complaint is qualified trafficking in person, SRC violation, and estafa, Your Honor.
In other words, Mr. Chair, the AMLA confirms that because of human trafficking, SEC regulation violation, and estafa, there is no need for AMLA to secure a court order for them to look into the information of all the bank deposits of Cassandra Ong. Does the AMLA confirm?
May I be clarified, Your Honor?
Yes,
With the
please.
existence of those predicate offenses, we are allowed to go to the Court of Appeals to apply for a bank inquiry. And it is the Court of Appeals with these predicate offenses which should authorize us to look into the bank accounts, Your Honor.
Can we be enlightened? How soon do you secure the order from the Court of Appeals for you to be able to get into this information?
For the PORA case, Your Honor, the investigation is still ongoing, and we are seeing that we would be able to file in the next coming weeks, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, I am referring to the order to be issued by the Court of Appeals. I think that will be directed to the banking institutions to allow the AMLA to look into the bank deposits or transactions of Ms. Cassandra Ong. Gaano po ba katagal bago kumuha ng order na ito? Does it take weeks, months? Please enlighten us.
Your Honor, under the Anti-Money Laundering Act, once an application for bank inquiry is filed or a petition for freeze, the Court of Appeals is given 24 hours to issue an order whether to grant or to deny the petition, Your Honor.
And may we confirm whether the AMLA has filed already?
Your Honor, for the PORAC POGO case, we are still gathering information. The investigation is still being conducted, Your Honor. Under the AMLA, Your Honor, we have to prove certain elements, the existence of the predicate offense, the proceeds, the transaction, among others, Your Honor. So that is where the investigation is leading to, Your Honor.
And in your humble opinion, Mr. Chair, do you honestly believe that your application will merit the positive action of the Court of Appeals for you to be able to look into this bank information?
With the evidence thus gathered, Your Honor, the AMLAC is confident that once filed in court, it will be granted by the Court of Appeals, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, if I may proceed, in addition to the documents which were requested already by the Honorable Keith Flores, let this representation add the following documents which were mentioned. Where is she? By Cassandra Ong. Because earlier she said,
Chairman,
suspension, Mr.
since
Chair.
wala pa si Cassandra, can I ask the AMLA?
Okay.
Chairman. Yung case na final nyo, doon kay Cassandra Ong, malinaw. You have a case filed against Cassandra Ong or Alice Go?
It is against Alice Go together with Cassandra Ong, Your Honor.
And it covers Bamban, Tarlac.
It's about the Bamban case.
How
Your
about the Porac, in which Cassandra Ong is involved?
That is the case that is still being investigated by our office.
Timeline tayo, please.
Next week, 2 weeks? At most 2 weeks, Your Honor, at most.
2 weeks from now. Then, the next is Court of Appeals na.
Hopefully within the next 2 weeks, Your Honor, we'll be filing a bank inquiry petition before the Court of Appeals, Your Honor.
So, eto for the record, ulit, Bamban pa lang po. Sinama nyo na si Cassandra Ong.
Yes, Your Honor. It's a joint investigation by the AMLAC, by the NBI, and PAOK, Your Honor.
Sa Porac, Pampanga, sinong mga subject dun?
For the PORAC, Your Honor, with your kind indulgence, we cannot disclose the persons
Okay,
being
since
investigated, Your Honor.
just this morning you asked for an executive session to appraise us. So, Mr. Chairman, we'll just schedule an executive session with the AMLAC. Ang request lang po namin, bilisan po natin. Kasi nakafocus pa kami sa budget. Ang Quadcom, this is now our fourth hearing. Hopefully, sana, in the fifth or sixth hearing, medyo na-file na natin, tapos may reply na from the Court of Appeals.
Will do po, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Chair.
Yes, please
I
proceed.
just wish to clarify from AMLA because my understanding is Cassandra Ong is implicated in Porac, Pampanga. How come she was included in the case in Bamban-Tarlac?
That is based on the investigation conducted by the NBI and PAOK, Your Honor, that she is part of this conspiracy in the commission of the crime in Bamban case, Your Honor.
In other words, does AMLA confirm na wala pang kasong nakafile pertaining to Whirlwind and Lucky South?
Insofar as the man laundering aspect, Your Honor, is concerned, none so far, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, can we pursue the waiver that was previously committed by Cassandra Ong to execute for herself and in behalf of the corporation? Because there is misrepresentation when she said that cases have been filed against her already, when the truth of the matter is her implication is with respect to Bamban-Tarlac and not with respect to Porac, Pampanga. I respectfully move, Mr. Chair, that we pursue the prior commitment of Cassandra Ong to execute a waiver, at least if not for herself, in her representation for Lucky South and Whirlwind Corporation, Mr. Chair.
We will ask her directly, Your Honor, as soon as she comes back, and ask for her commitment again, whether she is willing to sign that waiver in order for us to be able to examine.
Mr. Chair, I just wish to express this frustration that during the last hearing, she seemed to be so sincere in her intention to execute the waiver, only for me to realize today that she just wanted us to withdraw the contempt order and the detention order in the Women's Correctional. So I find it actually as an act of contempt, Mr. Chair, but I understand the technical gaps, the challenges of the Secretariat. Nonetheless, I wish to manifest that we be ready with our templates so that if there are commitments expressed by the resource speakers, we have it signed right away, especially when the resource speaker is duly accompanied and assisted by her own lawyer, Mr. Chair.
Yes, we take note of the manifestation of Congresswoman Luistro, and may I direct the COMSEC to please follow the suggestion of Congresswoman Luistro as far as the template for whatever commitment, whatever statement to be made by the witness before a committee hearing of the Quadcom.
And Mr. Chairman, if ever that she will not take her oath on that sign waiver before a notary public, I will move to cite Ms. Cassandra Ong in contempt and assign her in the Mandaluyong correctional.
At
for
the
that matter,
appropriate
Mr.
time,
Chairman.
Congressman Fernandez, at
Yes,
the appropriate time,
Mr. Chair.
we will decide on that after we exhaust all possible way to get information from Ms. Cassandra Leong. And if she does not cooperate and we feel that she has committed a contemptible act, then the committee will, if they so desire, will cite her for contempt. So, but before that, we continue with our interpellation, and the next to interpellate is Congressman Zia, and then Congressman Acop, and then Congressman Paduano, and then Congresswoman Swansing. Congressman Zia, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Assalamu alaikum. Mr. Chair, I'd like to direct my question to Ms. Cassandra Ong. Is she available? Ana, nasa CR.
1 minute
Why
suspension.
is the toilet break so long, Mr. Chair? This will agitate the Honorable Adjong.
1 minute suspension. Let me remind also the honorable members that we have several resource persons we invited for today's committee hearing. It's not just, I know how eager we are all to hear from Cassandra Ong, but there are other resource persons here that you may wish to ask and propound questions. So please, do not forget them. Is Cassandra Ong here? Is she back?
Mr. Chair, while we are waiting for Cassandra Ong, I wish to ask Ms. Baterna. Ms. Baterna, nakikinig ka naman kay Cassie Ong, di ba? Si Cassie Ong ba nagsasabi ng totoo? Oo o hindi? Answer the question, please.
Hindi ko po
Makisagot.
alam, Madam Chair.
Are you listening to her?
Yes po, Madam Chair.
O, ang sabi niya, wala daw siyang kinalaman sa Pogo, sa Lucky South. Is she telling the truth?
Hindi ko po alam, Madam Chair.
Of course, she's lying because that is contrary to your prior testimony. May I proceed to Cassie Ong, Mr. Chair? Just a
Congresswoman-
couple of questions.
Congresswoman Luisa, can we give her 3 minutes? She has to, I think she's not feeling well.
Mr. Chair?
The doctors in the house will, saan? Dito.
Mr.
1
Chair?
minute suspension.
Hearing resume. While we're waiting for Cassandra Ong, some members will ask some of the resource persons present.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, please proceed,
this
Vice
is
Chair.
just in addition to the documents which are being requested by the Honorable Keith Flores to complete the picture of the one which is being created by Cassandra Ong in supplying so many strange answers. May I request as well that she produce the construction agreement and the building plan of Whirlwind Corporation, which was leased to Lucky South Corporation. This is in addition to the ITR and also the real property tax of the Whirlwind Corporation pertaining to this 2.5 hectares of the mansion house and the 7 hectares of the property previously owned by the Cruz family. May I request as well, Mr. Chair, for the deed of sale of Lucky South to Mr. Cheng, the one she mentioned as well earlier, and the contract of lease, which she kept on saying when she said that she's merely subleasing, or Lucky South is merely subleasing the facilities to POGOs. So all in all, Mr. Chair, these are 6 documents: construction agreement, building plan, ITR, RPT, deed of sale of Lucky South to Mr. Cheng, and then the contract of lease to the sublessees. So move, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so there's a motion by Congressman LIVESTREAM with all the documents pertaining to the Lucky South 99 and the Whirlwind Corporation. Any second the motion?
Second.
Duly seconded. Any objection? Hearing none, the said motion is now approved. So, next interpolator. Can we ask the in-house medical doctors to update us with regard to Cassie's, Miss Cassandra Ong's condition? Can you identify yourself, Doc?
I'm Dr. Rafi Valencia from the Medical and Dental Service of the House of Representatives. Now, as of now, sir, mababa, sir, yung blood sugar. So that's the cause of the dizziness and the weakness.
What
The
is-
BP, the vital signs are stable.
What is the blood sugar level?
Actually, sir, hindi nga binabasa na ng machine, which means that it's too low.
Oh.
Mr. Chair,
So, with that,
can I just ask confirmation from the doctor if it is true that Ms. Ong refused to eat, refused to drink the Coca-Cola that was given to her?
so,
Sir,
maybe, are you the right person to answer that query? I think the custodian facility. Who is the custodian facility of the Quadcom? You are? No, we're asking the custodian. Is she not eating? Sige, ma'am, identify yourself, please.
Sir Glizel Irene po, Valdepeñas from the LSB po. Mr. Chair, may specific lang po siyang food na gustong kainin every time po na nagpo-provide kami ng food sa kanya.
So ayaw niya yung ulam na binibigay niyo?
Yes po.
Ayaw niya?
Yes po.
And is it true na kanina umaga you tried to give her Coke because mababa na yung sugar niya and she refused to take it?
Yes, sir, but later on, ininom naman po niya.
Ininom niya?
Yes po.
Okay, so the refusal to eat is because of her dislike of the food that you've been giving her.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you po.
Mr. Chair.
Siguro yung sa doctor muna.
Yes, may I?
Mr. Chair, can we ask the doctor first? Dr. Rapi Valencia, what will be your advice to our resource person for
Sir,
today's
for the
hearing?
meantime, sir, siguro po, we'll try to raise the blood sugar. Now, we're trying to ask her to drink yung drink niya. Pinagdagan ko na lang, sir, ng sugar yung iced tea niya.
So with that,
Just to increase.
Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Valencia. With that, Mr. Chairman, can we ask the other resource persons which this Quadcom have invited while
Okay.
recuperating muna si Cassandra Ong.
Well, in our list of interpellators, the next in line is Kong Zia. However, the
Yeah, Mr. Chair, my questions basically are to Ms. Cassie Ong. And I will yield to the next interpolator if they are willing to ask some of the resource persons here. And I'll just wait until Ms. Ong is capable of answering my questions,
Okay,
Mr.
thank
Chair.
you, Kong Zia.
Thank you.
The next in our list is Congressman Acop. If Congressman Acop is ready. Okay.
Mr. Chair, I prepared my questions for Madam Casio.
Okay, thank you. So in that case, Congressman Dan Fernandez is the next to interpolate.
Ako, wala na ako tatanong, Mr. Chair. Hindi, kay AR na lang. AR.
Good afternoon po, Mr. Chair.
Good afternoon, AR. Meron sana akong gustong itanong sa iyo during that time nung the last time according to some report, magkano ba sinweldo mo dun sa being an incorporator of Biancham ba? Or yung Bataan Maribeles Holding Corporation?
To be honest po, Mr. Chair, hindi ko po alam talaga yung paano, kung may sinahod ba talaga or being a stakeholder of Biancham po.
So the last time that you answered that kind of question, the same answer that you have given on this Quadcom?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Okay. During the raid doon sa Porac, di ba? According sa PAOK, TF, parang meron nakuha silang bank account mo Is this true?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
May nakuha silang bank account mo?
Yes po, Mr.
So anong bangko yun?
BPI po, Mr. Chair.
BPI.
Yes, Mr.
Ilang BPI account meron ka?
I have one personal account po, Mr. Chair.
One personal account? Ano to? Checking, savings, or...
Savings po, Mr. Chair.
Savings account. So, isa lang ang savings account mo? Or
Yes
you
po.
have another joint account with somebody?
I have a joint account with Attorney Roque po, Mr. Chair.
So, meron kang joint account with Harry Roque.
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
How much? Magkano laman nung joint account nyo ni Attorney Harry Roque?
As of today ba yun, Mr. Chair?
No, today, how much?
Sa pagkakalam ko, Mr. Chair, close na po yung account na yun.
Close na. Sino nag-close? Ikaw? Kayong dalawa, joint, right?
Hindi po ako nag-close noon, Mr. Chair. Pero pag-check ko po online, wala na po siya.
Pero having that joint account with Attorney Harry Roque, namamonitor mo yung account. Siyempre, account mo, di ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So, magkano yung pinakamalaking pumasok na pera?
Sa pagkaalala ko kasi, Mr. Chair, that account was used for election po, Mr. Chair.
So how much ang pinakamalaking pumasok na pera?
Around 3M or more, Mr. Chair.
3M.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
One
transaction po.
transaction. So umabot ng magkano yung account na yon?
Alam ko that is the limit, Mr. Chair. Yung pinakamalaki po na deposit. Kasi pag nag-deposit...
No, I mean the total, AR. Nung total na pumasok sa joint account nyo, how much?
Yun ang hindi ko po masasagot, Mr. Chair.
Bakit?
Hindi ko po alam if magkano po lahat ang pumasok ko, Mr. Chair.
Hindi mo nakikita account mo? Wala kang kopya? Wala kang online account? Hindi mo nakikita yung pasok? You're under oath.
Ang klaruhin ko lang, Mr. Chair, ang tanong niyo is magkano lahat ang pumasok po doon, di ba, Mr. Chair?
Yes, oo.
Hindi ko po alam ano yung total amount po na pumasok doon, Mr. Chair.
Pero ang pinakamalaki na nakita mo is only 3 million. Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Ang pinakamalaking pumasok is 3 million.
Pwede ko i-check, Mr. Chair.
Go ahead. Okay, AR?
Sa pag-alala ko talaga, Mr. Chair, 3 million po ang biggest na pumasok doon, Mr. Chair.
So, anong tinitingnan mo kanina? Wala kang nakita?
Nag-loading pa kasi, Mr. Chair.
Nakaka-withdraw ka ba sa account na yan?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So, nakaka-withdraw ka?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Magkano pinakamalaki na withdraw mo?
Around 1.8, Mr. Chair.
One withdrawal. Don't worry, AR. You have to be honest. You know why?
Yes, around 1.2 to 1.8, Mr. Chair. Alam ko po yun.
Yung na-withdraw mo.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So, marami kang withdrawal na malalaki.
Parang once a month yun, Mr. Chair, before. For election purposes naman yun, Mr. Chair. For payroll po ng mga tao po.
And why is Attorney Harry Roque allowing you to withdraw that big amount?
That is for the payroll po ng election staff po ni Attorney Roque ng election po, Mr. Chair.
Election.
Yes po, election staff.
So, ang sinasabi mo, that amount that was withdrawn by you during election time, are you sure? During election time?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Definite ka dyan, ha?
Yes, Mr.
Kasi pag
Chair.
nakita natin na hindi election time yan, you're lying, ha?
Makita rin, Mr. Chair, na nag-withdraw din ako ng that amount last election po.
1.2 and 1.8.
Within those range po, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Sige, for that, Mr. Chairman, no further questions for the moment.
Thank you, Congressman Fernandez. May
Mr.
direct... Yes, Congressman Akop, you're ready.
May just ask some questions from Mr. De Laserna.
Please proceed.
Mr. De Laserna, in 2023, ilang beses kayong lumabas ni Attorney Roque?
Taruhin ko lang po, Mr. Chair. Out of the country trips po ba yun?
Ano?
Out of the country trips ba yun, Mr.
Yes,
Chair?
out of the country. Ilang beses kayo lumabas ni Attorney Roque in the year 2023?
6 times po, Mr. Chair.
6.
Yes.
6 times in 1 year. Tama?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Pwede po bang sabihin nyo sa committee na ito, ano ang mga dahilan o purpose ninyo kung bakit 6 times po kayong lumalabas ni Attorney Roque
The
in
first trip-
2023?
Mr. Chair, the first trip was a trip to Hong Kong po. For sa pagkalala ko, Mr. Chair, yun po yung premiere night ng isang movie po with the Marcos family po, Mr. Chair. Ang second trip po namin in this...
Isang movie?
Yung movie po with ni Senator Amy po, Mr. Chair. May premiere night po sa Hong Kong that time.
Okay.
Tapos, the next trip was a trip to Beijing po, Mr. Chair. Kasama ko po.
Anong buwan yung kuwan?
April po, Mr. Chair.
Sa Hong Kong?
Yes.
Sa Hong Kong.
If I'm not mistaken, Mr. Chair, it was April 1 po.
April 1. Sa Hong Kong. Pero in April of 2023, the record show, nag-travel din kayo sa China eh.
Yes, to Beijing po, Mr. Chair.
Yes. Tama?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So, 2 beses kayong lumabas ng ating bansa, ng 2 beses kasama si Attorney Roque.
Yes, Mr. Chair. That is correct.
Hindi ba sinabi mo, 5 ba yung executive assistant ni Attorney Roque?
That is the time in Malacanang po, Mr. Chair. Out of office po.
So, nawala na po sila nung nawala na siya sa Malacanang.
Tama po, Mr.
Ikaw
Chair.
lang ang natira.
Yes po.
Ha?
May ibang staff naman, Mr. Chair.
Hindi, ikaw lang ang natira doon sa 5 EA niya.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes, ikaw naman, oh. Iiwas ka kaagad. Di ba? Ano kayang meron ka kung bakit ikaw ang paborito ni Attorney Harry Roque?
To my answer po, Mr. Chair, is sanay po kasi ako magtrabaho kasama po si Sir Harry po, Mr. Chair. Alam ko po yung medical needs po ni Attorney Roque. Madaming beses na po ako nagbiyahe sa kanya, not only abroad, but also here in the Philippines. Kasama ako sa Cebu, sa Davao, sa Dumaguete, even other parts of the Philippines po. Ako po yung kasama doon, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, kasi you traveled to Japan and Singapore in September of 2023.
Yes po, Mr. That is
And
for...
then you traveled to Abu Dhabi UAE in October. Kasama ka pa rin sa records na BI.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Oh, so, naalis ka na executive assistant nung nawala siya sa Malacanang. Pero yung serbisyo mo, tuloy-tuloy pa rin.
Kasama po ako sa campaign team din po, Mr. Chair.
Ha?
Kasama po ako sa campaign team.
Kasama mo siya sa campaign.
Kasama po ako sa campaign team po ni Attorney Roque, Mr. Chair.
Oo nga, pero 2023 yung pinag-uusapan natin. 6 na beses kayong lumabas sa bansa. Wala namang kampanya na nangyari noong 2023.
No,
Paiwas ka talaga kaagad eh. Di ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Oh, anong kampanya nangyari noong 2023? Ang pinag-uusapan natin, yung paglabas nyo sa 2023 ng 6 na beses.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Oh, ano yung rason mo na kampanya? Bakit nawala ka na bilang EA, nagtuloy pa rin yung serbisyo mo sa kanya? Matanong ko, magkano bang sweldo binibigay sa iyo ni Atty. Roque?
Para po siyang may basic pay na 20,000 a month po, Mr. Chair.
3,000 naman?
20 po, 20.
20,000 a month. Okay. And ang trabaho mo parang personal duty nurse ka o PDN.
Parang alalay po ako, Mr. Chair. All around alalay po ako. Ano po yung iutos ni Sir Harry, gagawin ko lang
So,
po.
alalay ka.
Yes.
So, lahat ng bagay, trabaho mo.
Parang ganun po, Mr. Chair.
Ganon. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yun lang.
Thank you, Congressman Akop.
Mr. Chair?
Yes, Congresswoman Sansing.
Opo, quick interjection lang po, Mr. Chair. Because during the last hearing po, I interpellated Mr. De Laserna. He said on record that his salary is between salary grade 17 to salary grade 20. So if we look at it po, it's roughly between 37,000 to 52,000 a month, Mr. Chair. So I just wanted to clarify, Mr. Chair, the response that his salary is 20,000 pesos per month.
Mr.
And
Chair
also,
po.
Mr. Chair, in addition to that, Mr. Chair, in the last hearing, Congresswoman Mika asked Mr. De Laserna what specific job description is he doing for Harry Roque. And he said he's in charge of the social media accounts of Mr. Roque. Now he's saying he's alalay all around. So mukhang may inconsistencies doon sa mga sagot ni Mr. De Laserna kay Chairman Romy Acop.
Thank you, Congresswoman Sansing and Congressman Zia. Narinig mo yung tanong ni Congresswoman Sansing, no?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Anong sagot mo sa kanyang katanungan?
Can I answer first the question of Congressman
Adjong.
Yes po.
Yes.
With relations to your question po, Your Honor, nag-start po ako SOCMED ni Attorney Roque po noong 2020. Tapos naging EA po ako ni Sir Harry noong 2021 hanggang sa sinama niya ako as campaign after nung Malacanang stint. Sinama po ako sa election staff. After po ng election staff, iilan na lang po kaming natira to work in his office. I have one of them, pero ganun po talaga, pag sino yung naiwan, sa kanya din naiwan lahat ng trabaho. And to answer Congresswoman Swansing, the salary grade 17 to 20 was the salary grade in Malacanang, not in the private employment of Attorney Roque po.
Mr. Chair, quick
Please
follow-up
proceed.
lang po. If naiintindihan po namin, pumayag po kayo na bumaba po yung sahod nyo mula sa dati nyo pong tinatanggap na 37,000, pababa po sa 20,000 per month.
Meron kasi kaming private na conversation with Attorney Roque if parang if yung meron siyang inutos sa akin regarding a business venture niya. If that would boom, then I would greatly benefited also po, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, if we may probe further into that, ano po yung business na yon?
Mr. Chair, the solar plant na tinatayo po in Cebu po, Your Honor.
Bukod po doon, Mr. Chair, meron po bang ibang ipinangako si Attorney Harry Roque? Kasi po, para po sa akin, Mr. Chair, medyo malaki po yung binagsak ng sahod nyo. Halos nakalahati po yung diferensya ng sahod nyo nung kayo ay EA na tumatanggap po ng 37 to 52,000 per month, pababa po sa 20,000. So, siguro po, sinusubukan ko lang pong intindihin na bakit po kayo pumayag na manatili sa poder ni Attorney Harry Roque kahit po halos higit po sa kalahati yung binagsak po na inyong sahod?
Hindi ako umalis kay Sir Harry kasi maganda naman yung opportunity kasi the solar plant in Cebu was parang mag-open na po soon, Your Honor.
Meron po ba kayong natanggap na sahod o may kinita po ba kayo? Kasi po, yun yung dahilan kung bakit kayo nanatili sa kanyang poder. Pero meron po ba kayong actual na kinita mula po doon sa solar plant na yun?
Not yet po, Your Honor.
So sa loob po ng halos 4 na taon, simula po nung natapos po yung inyong, tama po ba? 2000?
Pwede ko pong i-correct, Your Honor.
Go ahead, Mr. De Laserna.
That promise was made in after the elections po, mga July po of 2020 po, Your Honor.
Yun lang po, Mr. Chair. Kasi kahit po tumatanggap po siya ng 20,000 per month na sahod, pumayag po siya na magbukas ng bank account, ng joint bank account, kasama po si Attorney Harry Roque, nang hindi niya po alam yung pumapasok, magkano yung pumasok, magkano po yung lumabas. Sorry, Mr. De Laserna, medyo konektado po ito doon sa tanong ko nung nakaraan. Bakit po kayo pumapayag na ganon? Na magbubukas po kayo ng joint account na magkasama, pumipirma po kayo ng mga papel bilang board of directors, bilang nominal stockholder ng Biancham. Siguro po, yun lang po yung sinusubukan kong intindihan. Halos
yes.
1 linggo na po simula nung nagkausap tayo. Pero pag pinag-iisipan ko pa rin po, sinusubukan ko pa rin pong intindihan, bakit po kayo pumapayag sa mga request po ni Attorney Harry Roque?
Siguro naman po, Mr. Chair, Your Honors, hindi man ako ipapahamak ni Attorney Roque po, Your Honor. Yun po yung basis ko to trust Attorney Roque po.
Mr. Chair, doon po muna yung tanong ko ngayon. Follow up lang po sa mga katatungan ni Kong Akop. Maraming salamat po. Thank you very much, Mr. De Laserna.
Mr. Chair, may
Yes,
follow up the
Congressman
question
Akop,
of
with
the
the indulgence
Honorable
of
Swansing.
Congresswoman Sansing.
Mr. De Laserna, pumapayag po kayo na magkaroon ng joint account ni Attorney Roque.
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Magkano naman ang kinocontribute mo o kinontribute mo initially dun sa joint account ninyo?
Wala po akong kinocontribute po doon.
Wala ka?
Yes.
Wala kang dadagdag doon sa joint account ninyo ni Attorney Roque?
Yes, tama po, Mr.
Wala.
Chair.
Pero you're authorized na mag-withdraw?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Yun ang usapan po ninyo.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Ganon.
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Nalalaman ko lang yan, nangyayari yan sa mag-asawa, mag-ina o mag-ama eh. Di po ba? Di ba yung joint account? Ano sa tingin mo, iho?
Hindi ko man po pinapakilaman yung pera po ni Attorney Roque po.
Maliban
Mr.
lang, kung pinapatago niya yung pera sa iyo. Kasi hati kayo, halimbawa 5 milyon, hati kayo, di 2.5 kayo.
Ay, hindi,
Pero
Attorney
ikaw
De-
na mismo umamin na wala kang idinagdag o isinama doon sa joint account ninyo.
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Ginagawa lang yan ng magulang doon sa anak eh. Di po ba? O kaya sa kanyang asawa, magjo-joint account sila? Di po ba? Ano sa tingin mo?
Inutusan lang po ako, Mr. Chair. Sumunod lang naman po ako.
Inutusan ka lang and sumunod ka.
Yes,
Eh
Mr.
kung
Chair.
sasabihin ba niya, lumundag ka sa bangin, lulundag ka?
Hindi naman po siguro, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Akop.
Mr. Chair, my apologies. Very quickly lang
Okay,
po.
sige,
Just
please.
2 questions. Mr. De Laserna, you mentioned a solar power plant na business venture nyo ni Attorney Harry Roque. Meron ka bang stake doon sa kumpanya na yun?
No po, Mr. Chair, Your Honor, no stake. Zero stake.
paano siya nangako sa'yo? Anong klaseng kita galing doon sa solar plant?
Mangailangan kasi ng tao na mag-supervise on the construction in Cebu po noon, Your Honor, Mr. Chair. Ako po yung taong mag-supervise po doon sana.
If you don't mind, Mr. De Laserna, may you please share the name of the solar plant that you're talking about?
Hindi pa, I'm so sorry po, Your Honor, Mr. Chair. Hindi pa kasi siya nagmamaterialize. Having a case now in Cebu with that, I'm so sorry, I'm not allowed to talk about the case also po, Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, we're not asking for specifics about the case. Pwede lang po, yung pangalan lang po nung solar plant.
Pwede ko i-check, Your Honor.
At stockholder po ba si Attorney Harry Roque dun sa Cebu plant na yon?
I cannot answer what I do not know po, Your Honor.
Opo. Yun lang, Mr. Chair, kasi binabalikan ko lang po kasi nung nakaraang interpellation po, under oath, sinabi po ni Mr. De Laserna, dalawang corporation lang po yung stockholder siya na pinakiusapan po siya ni Attorney Harry Roque. So, kinailangan ko lang alamin, Mr. Chair, baka kasi sakaling board of director din po or stockholder din si Mr. De Laserna sa Cebu Solar Power Plant po na ito.
Ay, hindi po, Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
Maibibigay niyo po ba, Mr. De Laserna, yung pangalan ng solar power plant? Mr. De Laserna, habang hinahanap niyo po, so ang expectation po ba ay habang nag-aviation school kayo sa Pampanga, ay mag-manage po kayo na solar power plant sa Cebu? Ganun po ba yung usapan? Magkalayo po yun?
That was before deciding to pursue a career in aviation po, Your Honor.
Okay.
The name of the company would be Northern Cebu Renewable Energy Corporation Incorporated po.
Sorry, Mr. De Laserna, can you say that slowly po?
Northern Cebu Renewable Energy Corporation Incorporated po, Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congresswoman Sonsing. Yes,
I have a follow-up question. Medyo na-intriga ako dun sa ano eh.
Please proceed, Congresswoman Sia.
Oo. Mr. De Laserna, can you confirm ano po itong joint venture ninyo ni Mr. Attorney Harry Roque pagdating sa solar energy?
Wala po kaming joint venture with the company po, Your Honor, Mr.
So
Chair.
ano yung participation mo doon, Mr. Chair? Attorney De Laserna.
If magkakaroon po, ma-pursue po yung solar power plant po doon, ako po yung tatao for Attorney Roque in Cebu po, Mr. Chair, Your
So
Honor.
stockholder ka din doon kumpanya?
No, I'm not a stockholder there, Your Honor.
So ano yung specific na participation mo?
We'll just manage the construction of the solar panel po, Mr. Chair.
Okay,
To
so-
update po, Attorney Roque, which
Okay.
is he will be in Manila. Ako
So
in
ibig sabihin, pag ikaw ang tao niya doon, at least you have a basic knowledge of how solar business is being run. Am I correct?
Ang pagkakainindi ko po before, Your Honor, Mr. Chair, ako lang po yung mag-update kay Sir Harry on ano po yung nangyayari
Hindi,
po
pero
in
ang sinabi
Cebu.
mo, Mr. Chair, kanina is you'll be the tao.
Yes, tama
okay.
po.
So kung ikaw yung tao doon, ibig sabihin at least you'll have a knowledge on how to run a business.
Yes.
Diba? So do you have a knowledge on how to run a solar business?
I'm still studying po, Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
Hindi, but before that, kasi hindi niya gagawin na ikaw ang papalagay niya doon, Mr. Chair, kung malulugi para sa kanya na ikaw ang tatayo doon. Kasi the reason why, I think Attorney Harry Roque, matalino yun, di ba?
Yes.
Oo. So the reason why ikaw ang nilagay niya doon, apart from confident siya, na ikaw ay pinagkakatiwalaan niya, baka confident siya sa iyong kaalaman. Hindi ho ba?
Ang pagkakaalam ko po, Your Honor, Mr. Chair, ang trabaho ko lang po doon is to update Attorney Roque po sa mga
but you
updates
said-
po in Cebu.
So you said that you'll be the person in charge of the Ito yung sinabi mo, you'll be the person in
yes.
charge in Cebu to update, not only to update Harry Roque, but you'll be the alter ego of Attorney Roque.
Mostly po ng work ko talaga po, Mr. Chair, Your Honor, is to update Attorney Roque po sa mga ventures
Sinabi
niya
mo,
po.
okay, let me go back to my previous question. Tinanong kita,
yes.
do you have a basic knowledge? Sabi mo, nag-aaral. So can you please update me, ano yung eksakto na aspeto ng solar energy ang investa ninyo or alam mong pwede mong i-share sa committee ito?
Ang alam ko po, they will be producing floating energy po in Cebu po.
Is it is it generation? Is it distribution? Or do you also involve in transmission lines? Do you
Generation po.
Ano?
Generation po.
Sa generation. So malaki yan kasi ibig sabihin you'll be
Yes.
producing energy. So how much is that? Would you know how much is the?
Yun ang hindi ko po alam, Your Honor. I'm so sorry.
So wala kang alam doon sa paano mo
Actually-
i-update si Mr. Harry Roque kung wala kang kaalam-alam?
Actually po, Your Honor, Mr. Chair, hindi po siya nag-push through po as of now.
What do you mean hindi na push through?
Sa nabanggit ko po kanina, Your Honor, Mr. Chair, they're having a case in Cebu. They're having a problem with some stuff po doon.
So what year was this?
Ang alam ko po, this year? This year po. Last year po pala, Your Honors.
2023.
Yes, Your Honors, Mr. Chair.
For now, Mr. Chair, may we know the status of Ms. Ong? Would she be available for the questions, for answering questions, Mr. Chair? May we know, Mr. Chair, what's the status of Ms. Cassandra Ong?
Apparently, since she's still not here, she's still being checked by the doctor. So, looks like it will take a while, Kong Zia. So, we may ask questions to other resource persons present. If Congressman Zia is done,
Actually, I'm reserving my questions for Ms.
for
Ong.
Congresswoman,
Ms. Ong, yes.
Ms. Ong, okay. So ako, meron lang akong tanong dito kay Mr. Linsangan at kay Mr. Chua. Nung last hearing, tinanong ka namin kasi meron kang binentang lupa. No? Tama ba?
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. Yung pong pagbebenta ng lupa, Mr. Chair, is authorized representative lang po ako, Mr. Chair.
So, authorized representative kanino nung may-ari ng lupa?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sino po ba ang may-ari ng lupa?
Ang may-ari po ng lupa, Mr. Chair, is si Mr. De Mayo, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Di Mayo.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So, mayroon siyang SPA na
Yes.
pinirmahan para sa'yo.
Yes, Mr. Chair, meron po.
Nag-provide ka ba ng kopya ng SPA dito?
Yes, Mr. Chair, meron po.
Okay. So, magkano yung bentahan ng lupa?
Based doon po sa document na na-retrieve ko, Mr. Chair, is around 7,500 per square.
And how big is the property?
2,500 square meter, Your Honor.
So, magkano, kung natatanda mo, magkano yung total na pinagbentahan ng lupa?
The total amount, Your Honor, is 18,750,000, Your Honor.
18 million.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Nung last hearing, inadmit mo rin na merong pumasok sa account mo na 16.7 million. Tama?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. At ang sabi mo, yung 16.7 million na yon, proceeds nung lupang pinagbentahan.
Yes, Mr. Chair. May I explain, Mr. Chair?
Sige, paki-explain. Kasi ang presyo ay 18 million something, pero ang pumasok sa iyo ay 16.7 million lang.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So what is the reason behind the yung difference?
Mr. Chair, nung pong binayaran siya ng buyer, binawas na po kagad nila yung commission nila, pati po yung capital gains tax po doon sa payment po. So kaya po naging 16,700,000 plus lang po.
So magkano yung amount ng property?
18,750,000, Your Honor.
And the capital gains, anong year yan?
2022, Your Honor.
So 2022, how much is the capital gains tax BIR? 2022?
It is 6%, Mr. Chair.
6%. So 6% ng 18 million ay magkano? So 1.04 million yung capital gains.
Yes, Your Honor.
Tama?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Magkano yung amount? 18?
Plus the 5% commission, Your Honor. na
So
binawas.
5% yung commission ng
Mga agent and
Mga
po.
agent. But ilan ba yung agent doon?
Marami po, Your Honor. That time, marami pong sobrang dami po.
Kasama ka ba sa agent?
Opo, bale, nag-ahente lang din po ako dito, Your Honor.
So, saan ka? Agent ng buyer? Agent ng seller? Ano
sa
ba?
seller side po, Your Honor.
Sa seller side. So, you're telling me that the buyer nagbigay ng 5% commission sa agent at yung seller naman nagbigay din ng 5% commission sa ahente.
No, Your Honor. The seller po ang nagbigay ng 5% commission in both sides, Your Honor. Hinati po yung 5%.
Hindi, kamo, di ba, ang sabi mo, both side, no, yung seller at saka yung buyer, may commission yung ahente.
Yes, sir. Hinati po yung 5% na binigay ng seller.
And can you please give me a figure? Anong ballpark figure nung commission? Yung nakuha ng sa buyer side tsaka sa seller side? Si Mr. Chua ba ay ahente ka rin? Wala, hindi ka kasama dyan sa transaksyon na yan. Okay.
Nasa 468,000, Your Honor.
Okay, so 468,000. Yan ang commission mo.
Hindi po sa akin lahat. Hati-hati pa rin po.
Magkanong portion, magkanong share mo dyan sa 468,000?
Part po nito, mga nasa, lang po, mga sa 100,000 plus.
Okay. Ang tanong, bakit hindi ibinayad yung pera direkta sa seller ng property? Bakit dumaan sa account mo?
Because actually, Your Honor, may overpriced yung ibang agent, Your Honor.
Teka. Eh, yung nasa deed of sale, magkano?
18,750,000, Your Honor.
So, ibig mo sabihin, yung 18 million na yan, overpriced pa yan.
Yes, Your Honor, may nag-overprice po.
So, magkano is ang actual, dyan? Magkano zonal value dun sa area, more or less? Magkano yung price per square meter dyan?
Wala po idea that time, Your Honor. Yung market value lang po dati, Your Honor, mas mataas pa.
Pero, bakit yung 16 million na amount, sa'yo lahat na ibigay? Ikaw ba ang leader ng mga ahente?
Yes, Honor. Actually, ako po yung naging facilitator and paymaster doon sa bentahan. Kausap ko po kasi yung may-ari that time. Actually, 3 years po ito in the making bago na benta. Kaya po, yung may-ari nag-agree na bigyan siya ng at least nasa 10 million, Your Honor, para okay na siya sa 10 million para ibenta yung property niya, Your Honor.
So, hindi lang 100,000 ang kinita nyo.
Yes, Your Honor. May additional pa po doon, Your Honor.
Yun nga sinasabi ko sa iyo. Kasi nagtataka kami, kung may minus mo yung capital gains, i-minus mo yung commission, yung 5% commission ng mga ahente. Tapos ngayon, sinasabi mo, overprice. So, ibig sabihin, ganun kalaki ang tiwala sa iyo ng may-ari dahil sa iyo pumasok yung pera.
Yes, Honor. Kasi po, matagal na po talaga nilang pinabebenta yung property, Honor. Basta mabenta po.
Okay. Anong year yan nabenta?
2022, Your Honor.
Anong year yung na-incorporate yung Lucky South 99?
2023, Your Honor.
2023. And during that time...
May I correct, Your Honor?
Sige.
Yung na-incorporate po yung Lucky South?
Oo.
Based dun sa nakuha namin document, Your Honor, is 2019, Your Honor.
2019.
Opo. Then yung pangalan po namin, nakuha po nila ng 2023, Your Honor.
2019 na-incorporate yung Lucky South. 2023, kamo, ninakaw yung pangalan nyo.
Yes, Your
2019 na incorporate Ibig sabihin, yung mga pangalan nyo ay nasa Lucky South na 2019. Hindi mo pa nabibenta yung lupa.
No, Mr. Your Honor. Ang incorporator po talaga ng Lucky South, if you check the document, Your Honor, is sila Miss Mascareñas po ang mga incorporator. Sila pa yung original incorporator. Then kami po, nanako yung name namin, nilagay po nila kami as shareholder and officer po noong 2023. Your Honor, September 2023.
In that document, dun sa incorporation papers ng Lucky South, tumatama yung inyong TIN number Tumatama rin yung inyong signature. So, ibig sabihin, kayo ang pumirma At kayo rin nagbigay nung TIN number. Kasi tama yung TIN number eh.
Your Honor, nasa statement na po namin, nag-file na po kami ng complaint na tama po yung TIN number at nakapag-sign din po kami doon sa photocopy nung ID namin because isa po yan sa nirequire sa amin na as investor na i-present sa kanila, ibigay sa kanila.
Okay, BIR, TIN number daw nila ay ginamit o ninakaw at inilagay doon sa incorporation papers ng Lucky South 99. Dalas bang nangyayari yan sa mga TIN numbers?
No, Mr. Chair. TIN numbers are not usually used by other people because they are not public information.
O yan, kagaya niyan. Ang BIR nagsabi, imposible na manakawan ng TIN number. So ibig sabihin, ikaw nagbigay ng iyong TIN number.
Yes, Mr. Chair, hindi naman po namin dinida na yun. Yun po yung kasing ni-require sa amin ni Dan de la Cruz, which is inadmit naman po ni Ms. Casiong noong time na
Kita mo ha. Sinabi mo, ninakaw yung identity nyo at ginamit pag-incorporate ng Lucky South 99, hindi ba?
I think hindi po kami ang nag-incorporate, Mr. Chair. Kami po ay nilagay nila nung September 2023 doon sa dokumento nila nung pinalitan po nila yung 5 existing na officers nila. At ginawa po nila yon na 3 officers na lang plus si Miss Baterna po. I think sila po ang makakasagot nun na nung dokumento na yun kung paano anong ginawa nila.
Paano magiging accurate yung TIN numbers na inilagay doon sa incorporation papers kung hindi galing sa inyo yun? Eh kayo lang naman nakakaalam nun.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Yun nga po, binigay namin yung dokumento namin kay Mr. Dan de la Cruz, including the TIN number na para and ID para po do sa as investor po kami nung sabi niyang itatayong korporasyon.
Ayun. So pumayag kayo.
Pero
hindi ninakaw yung identity nyo. Dahil may consent kayo. The fact that you have given your TIN numbers and you signed the documents, pumayag kayo dahil sinabi sa inyo ni Mr. Dan de la Cruz ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Na maging investor kayo dito, kikita kayo. Hindi ninakaw ang identity nyo. Kasi ang depensa mo, ang sinasabi mo, pilit, na hindi nyo alam na ginamit inyong mga pangalan sa pag-incorporate itong Lucky South 99.
Hindi po sa pag-incorporate, Your Honor. Inilipat po nila yung, ginamit nila yung pangalan namin, inilipat sa amin lahat yung share nung dating mga may-ari without our consent, without our knowledge, Your Honor.
Mukhang...
Kung makikita po niyo yung dokumento, Your Honor, if I may, Your Honor.
we ask you to submit documents to the committee secretary tungkol dyan, hindi ba?
Yes, Your Honor, meron na po kami sinubmit and makikita niyo po doon sa documents, forged po lahat yung pirma namin doon sa director certificate and doon po sa ginawa nilang amendment, iba na po yung nakalagay din po doon sa amendment na pinail nila sa SEC Tarlac na nakuha namin documents sa SEC Makati na forged po lahat yung pirma namin doon. At the same time, pinalalabas po nila na kami na raw po yung officers as of November 2023, Your Honor. And yun din pong notary, upon filing po ng kaso against kala Ms. Baterna and Ms. Casiong sa Angeles City, we confirm na yung notary po doon na ginawa nila is fake din po and hindi siya commission ng Angeles City. Kasi po doon ni notaryo.
Fake?
Yes, Your Honor. Wala daw pong existing na ganong commissioned lawyer doon sa Angeles City, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, may I?
Ronaldin, narinig mo yung sinabi ni Mr. Linsangan na kayo ay magkakasama bilang incorporator dun sa Lucky South 99?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
So doon sa papeles ba, nakikita mo yung mga papeles? Nakita mo ba yung pangalan ni Mr. Linsangan?
Parang nabasa ko po minsan.
Si Mr. Chua.
Di ko na po matandaan, Mr. Chair.
Sino yung, meron pa isa eh?
Mr. Ang, Miss Edwin Ang, Your Honor.
Mr. Ang, si Mr. Ang, Edwin Ang.
Parang yung kay Linsangan po medyo familiar.
Mr. Chair, if I may.
Sige. Yes,
Mr. Chair, may
Congressman
I?
Abante.
Yes, kayo po yung tatlo, Mr. Chair, yung tatlong nasa hearing namin, I think it was the first time,
Yes, Mr. Chair.
yung tatlo na pinakontempt ko pa nga kayo, winidraw ko lang, di ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So, kumusta na, Mr. Chair, yung kaso na inyong final laban po sa talagang incorporator ng
Mr. Chair, yung po
Lucky
sa...
South 99?
Mr. Chair, doon po sa Makati, submitted for resolution na daw po. Then, doon po sa Angeles, wala pa po kaming nare-receive kung meron na po kaming hearing. We filed that last August 15, noong time pong may first Quadcom po sa Pampanga. Andun po kami naman sa court ng Angeles City para mag-file ng second case against them.
Mr. Chair, anong demanda ang final ninyo? Anong demanda at ilang demanda, Mr. Chair?
Mr. Chair, doon po sa Angeles City po, we filed falsified documents and forgery. Kay Edwin Ang po is 3 counts. 4 counts po kay Mr. Edwin Ang.
4 counts ng alin, Mr. Chair?
Falsified documents, Your Honor. Sa akin po, 3 counts.
Yung Mr. Chua?
Mr. Chua, 3 counts din po, Your Honor.
Yan ay sa Angeles lang, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Doon po naman sa Makati.
Sa Makati po, ganun din po, Your Honor. We filed case sa Makati is use of falsified documents because they filed it in Makati SEC, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Chair, sino yung dinemanda ninyo? Sino sila? Ilan sila? Ano ang kanilang mga pangalan? At ano ang kanilang posisyon sa Lucky South 99?
Yes, Mr. Chair. First, the Lucky South, represented by Ms. Cassie Ong.
Therefore, si Cassie Ong ay kasama sa inyong demanda.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
O ibig sabihin, Mr. Chair, kayo, pwede kayong maging witness dito na sinasabi ninyo, Mr. Chair, na si Cassie Ong, alam niya na Pogo Hub ang Lucky South 99.
Mr. Chair, yun po yung ang binanggit lang po niya during the video.
Yes or no lang yan eh. Ang tatanong ko sa inyo, alam niyo ba? Sapagkat dinemanda niyo si Miss Cassie Ong eh. Di ba? O, Mr. Chair, so ibig sabihin, alam ninyo na si Miss Cassie Ong ay kasama doon sa Lucky South 99 sa pag-operate ng Pogo.
Yes, Mr. Chair, nalaman na lang namin po sa news, Your Honor.
Okay, ibig sabihin, naniniwala kayo na si Miss Cassie Ong ay kasama.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, by the way, I would like to say, Mr. Chair, that upon checking, Mr. Chair, Mr. Chair,
Yes, Co-Chair Abante, please proceed.
upon checking on Miss Cassie Ong, her blood sugar is 167, which is above normal. Now, I am diabetic for 45 years. I know what is normal, above normal, and low blood sugar. Oh, and by the way, also, Mr. Chair, the blood pressure of Miss Cathy Ong is also normal.
Mrs. Congressman, Chairman Abante, with the indulgence, the doctor is now briefing Chairman Barbers, and let us ask the doctor to.
Yeah, I'd like just to manifest this, Mr.
Please
Chair,
proceed.
because we do not want that we'll have a wrong notion of Miss Cassie Ong. No? Anyway, I'd like to continue my question.
Your manifestation with regards to the medical citation of Ms. Cassandra Ong is duly noted. Please proceed.
Okay, so inyong binabangkit, Mr. Chair, Mr. Chua, Mr. Linsangan, na itong si Cassie Ong ay talagang involved sa Pogo Hub.
Yes, Mr. Chair, based sa mga nakita naming news, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Palagay nyo, ilang taon na siyang involved sa Lucky South 99? Ilang taon na?
Mr. Chair, wala po kaming idea. Ngayon lang po namin nakuha yung information.
Okay. Kailan po kayo naging incorporator na hindi nyo alam?
Nung nakuha po namin nung June 28, Your Honor, yung documents from SEC
June
Makati.
28, ano pong year?
2024, Your Honor.
Doon nyo lang nalaman na kayo po ay naging incorporator na hindi nyo alam. June
Yes.
28, 2024.
Yes, Mr. Chair, nung nakita na po namin yung documents na ni-request namin sa SEC, Your Honor.
Well, kailan kayo naging empleyado ng Lucky South?
Never, Your Honor.
Kung never po, paano kayo nakilala nung tunay na incorporator ng Lucky South 99? Paano kayo nakilala at paano nalaman ang mga pangalan nyo?
Mr. Chair, through Mr. Ryan Chua, Marion Chua, Your Honor, na-meet niya si Dan De La Cruz.
Kayo po, kayo Mr. Chua, Mr. Chair. Na-meet ninyo, sino po na-meet nyo, Mr. Chair?
Good evening, Mr. Chair, Your Honor. Na-meet ko po si Mr. Dan De La Cruz way back before pandemic time
Okay,
po.
sino po yung Dan De La Cruz nung na-meet nyo siya, Mr. Chair?
Bumibili lang po siya sa akin nung paninda ko na Battle Tuyo. And nalaman ko lang din po na parang tauhan po yata siya ni Miss Cassie Ong. Kasi nung nag-meeting po kami nung November 2023, nabanggit po niya ulit na ang boss niya po is si Miss Cassie Ong.
Therefore, Mr. Chair, ang kumuha sa inyo na incorporator, nilagay ang pangalan nyo na hindi nyo alam, si Miss Cassie Ong.
Ganun lang po, Mr. Chair. Through Dan De La Cruz, nakuha niya yung pangalan namin.
Okay, Mr. Chair, nakita natin na pinapatunayan po ni Mr. Linsangan at Mr. Chua ang nag-recruit sa kanila na hindi nyo alam ay si Cassie Ong through Mr. De La Cruz.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, yun lamang po, Mr. Chair. Salamat.
Thank you, Chairman Bante. Mr. Chairman, can I proceed? Please proceed. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Anyway, Mr. Chairman, just an admin matters before I ask Ms. Cruz. Just this morning, Mr. Chairman, we moved to issue subpoena for the AFAB with regards to the First Bataan Verabilis Corporation. And COMSEC informed us that they have received the document last August 28. So the motion, Mr. Chairman, and duly approved by this committee is hereby withdrawn, Mr. Chairman. Next, Mr. Chairman, we also issued a show cause order for Alice Go. And the status now is Miss Alice Go is in the custody of the Indonesian authorities. And Mr. Chairman, instead of a show cause order, we will just ask the Senate to allow Miss Alice Go to be present in the next hearing, Mr. Chairman, upon arrival in this country, Mr. Chairman.
Comsec, please take note.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Now, Mr. Chairman, I will just like to apologize once again to Ms. Cruz. Ms. Cruz, kasi yung mga tanong po namin is related to Ms. Cassandra Ong. And unfortunately, nandito po yung doctor that will inform the committee and all the resource person on the status of the medical situation of Ms. Cassandra Ong. And also to the allegedly former incorporator of Lucky South 999, Julian Linsangan, Marichua. Where's pala? Saan pala si si Edwin Ang? You're present. Anyway, I have question to you in relation to Cassandra Ong. So I cannot ask you, as of now, the details, but let me just ask you, yung Cruz,
Si Mr. Dan De La Cruz po.
Dan De La Cruz.
Opo.
Kasi nung last previous hearing, sabi nyo hindi nyo siya masyadong kilala. Tama?
Yes, Your Honor. Na-meet lang po ni Marion Chua as
Yun ang problema. You file a case against Dan De La Cruz, but you not know the circumstances of such person. And you give him all your personal data information. Eh, nakakapagtaka naman yun, Mr. Linsangan. Now, if this committee will invite Mr. De La Cruz, ano po yung address niya? Saan natin makikita? Where to be found? But of course, you file a case. Pero dun sa case niyo ba, may address niya?
In-address lang po namin doon sa address ni Miss Cassie Ong pa rin.
Sorry?
In-address po namin sa address ni Miss Cassie Ong.
Hindi yun nga ang problema eh. Because you're saying na all those documents, binigay niyo sa kanya na hindi niyo nga siya kilala. Di ba? Kaya, Mr. Chairman, maybe in the next hearing, I will ask Cassandra Ong with regards to that certain De La Cruz. And as of now, alam mo, as of now, I don't believe in your story. You know? Kasi bibigay niyo yung information, personal information niyo with the person, hindi niyo kilala. Kahit ano pang circumstances, you don't know the person, you don't know the address, he's telling you na you are being recruited by Cassandra Ong. Well, in fact, that time siguro, hindi niyo pa kilala si Cassandra Ong.
Yes, Mr. Actually, last hearing, Your Honor, he admitted na kilala po niya tao daw niya si Dan De La Cruz, Your Honor.
Hindi, pero what I'm saying is, binigay niyo eh. Hindi niyo pa kilala yung tao. That's why kailangan ko tanungin si Miss Cassandra Ong in your presence. Para malaman natin kung sino nagsasabi ng totoo sa inyo.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Di ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. Now, Mr. Chairman, to Miss Cruz po. Miss Cruz, kasi yung mga questions to be asked to you should be answered by Miss Cassandra Ong with regards to the sale, to the sublease agreement, and of course, kay Miss Maternas, saka kay Mascareñas po. Kasi Miss Mascareñas was the first person that signed that sublease agreement representing Whirlwind. Pero backtracking, ay sinasabi niyo po noong nakaraan, there is no such thing as the board resolution and there is no such thing as lease agreement with Whirlwind, di ba? Tama po?
Opo, wala po kaming lease agreement with Whirlwind Corporation. Kahit ano pong lease agreement, wala po kami.
Pero your purpose for that property of yours is sale. Tama?
Mr. Chair, pwede po pakiulit yung question po.
Hindi po renta, but the purpose of the family is to for sale, the land.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Oh, anyway, since Cassandra Ong is not present, pag-usapan po natin yan. Sorry talaga, kasi out of control natin yung nangyari sa kanya ngayon. And sabi ko nga, nandito yung doktor to explain to us the present medical status of Miss Cassandra Ong. Sorry po talaga.
Mr. Chair, sa mga sulat po namin, humihingi po kami ng permiso sa inyo kasi sa September 9 to 18, out of the country po kaming magkakapatid dahil po dun sa mother po namin.
Duly noted po, natanggap po namin yung letter nyo ahead of this hearing. Nung nakaraan pa po, natanggap na namin. And just in case, the hearing will be set na wala kayo, okay lang po. And we'll just reset it na nandiyan kayo, nandiyan din si Cassandra Ong.
Thank you po, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Laserna, hindi pa po tayo tapos. Kaya lang medyo, I don't know if some of the members will ask a question pa.
Yes. In the list, Kong Zia and then Congresswoman Mika Sonsing.
Meanwhile, Mr. Chairman, doon lang po muna.
Okay, thank you, Congressman Paduano. Congressman Zia, you're
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I was slated to ask questions to Ms. Ong prior to the episode that we just seen. I believe she had a medical condition which requires direct medical attention. Mr. Chair, we have here the head of our medical director of the House of Representatives who personally assessed and examined Ms. Ong. I would like to ask our doctor here, resident physician, what is now the status of Ms. Ong? What's the condition, really?
Good evening, Mr. Chair. Good evening, everybody. Well, to put it in a nutshell, Ms. Cassandra Ong is quite unstable as of this moment. No, so definitely, as I saw in earlier, that her blood sugar was very low, unreadable now, doctora, even through the RBS, and then now it was after giving her some carbohydrates, it was raised to 169. Her blood pressure right now is only 80/40. And of course, as the good doctor will also know, we cannot take this one in separate blood sugar and blood pressure. So it's all intertwined. So that's why I can say that she's quite unstable now. One thing can affect the other thing. So, so that's it. In fact, if I may say, this morning when we checked her blood pressure is only 70/40. 70/40, and we did some things, no. So, but right now, just to let you know, right now we recommended to the Secretary General, and I think it will be coursed through you also, that she be worked up properly before we can give the proper diagnosis to what she's having right now, because we actually don't know if it's because of heart failure or something like that, or something like that, sir. So,
Mr. Chair, may I-
Mr. Chair, since this morning, before the hearing,
yes, sir. Yes.
her blood pressure is 70/40.
Yes, that's the lowest that she had since 9 days ago.
Mr.
So
Chair.
usually she has 70/50, 80/50, 90/60.
So,
But
Mr.
for
Sir-
1 week, for almost 1 week, she's been like that, sir. So
Sir
we
Chair-
were trying to see if she can still attend, and actually we did not propose anything before today. But 70/40 is really quite alarming even for us. So we gave a recommendation, but I don't know if that will be sufficient enough to merit her workup.
So, Mr.
Yes, sir.
Chair, sa makatwid, Mr. Chair, this blood sugar po niya,
Yes, sir.
is it normal, in the normal range, despite giving her, despite after giving her the soft drinks? Kasi usually you have to give her sugar, diba? Intake
Yes, sir.
soft drinks and
Yes, sir.
chocolate. So,
Yes, sir.
is this already normal range?
Yes, sir. This is already in normal range, but of course, just because we gave her the carbohydrates right now,
Not the blood pressure.
the blood pressure is not stable even right now. It's 80/40, sir.
So, Mr. Chair, I'd just like to ask, you're familiar with the proceedings, Doc, no? Mr.
Yes,
Chair.
sir.
So, what is your suggestion, based on your
Yes.
expertise and,
Yes, sir.
and then based on the examination you just conducted on her,
Yes.
can she manage to answer questions from members of this committee, after having examined her with all these prognosis with the blood sugar and with the BP and etc.? What is your expert
sir.
recommendation?
My
Your
recommendation.
professional
Yes, sir.
recommendation.
My recommendation, Mr. Chair, is for her to be excused for the remainder of this hearing, and then a proper workup should be done to her in the next coming days, so we can finally diagnose her, final diagnosis that we can have, so she can, I understand because she's still here for another 20 days or so, so we should be well aware of what she's really having with a good diagnosis because of all the workup that could probably be done outside, sir, outside, like to the echo and things like that, sir.
So, Mr. Chair,
Mr. Chair, well, I'll be objecting for her to come back and answer questions. Perhaps my recommendation would be that you put an IV to her, di ba? If necessary.
Yes, sir.
And then secondly, I think she must be brought to the hospital. To the hospital.
Yes, po.
Di ba?
Yes, po.
So, Mr. Chair.
For proper workup, sir, so we can.
Okay, please
Yes,
continue,
last,
Kong
yes,
G,
the
ah.
last. I think after hearing the prognosis, diagnosis of our doctor here, resident physician, for humanitarian reason, Mr. Chair, I believe that we have to excuse Ms. Cassie Ong from this proceeding and allow our doctors to conduct a thorough examination on her, because basically she's under our custody. And we have to make sure that she will be healthy the next meeting or the next committee hearing that we require her attendance so that she can also be sane and healthy in answering, no, capable of answering all our questions. So, Mr. Chair, I would reserve, Mr. Chair, my questions in the next committee hearing, and I hope Ms. Cassie Ong will be good, will be in good shape. But we have to, Mr. Chair, also, we have to remind also our doctors that earlier I heard that Ms. Cassie Ong refused to eat yung food that we offered her, parang ayaw niyang kainin. So we have to make sure also that she'll be given the proper diet at saka wag siyang mag-refuse. At this point in time, she has no right to refuse whatever food that we give her or lalo na pag sa hospital kasi this will definitely affect her entire health po niya. Ayaw naman natin pag next time bigla may episode na naman. So madidelay itong committee hearing natin, Mr. Chair. So, having said that, I thank the committee chairman for allowing me to ask our doctor and really report to this committee what really is the condition now of Ms. Ong. Thank you very much,
Thank you, Kong Zia.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chair.
Congressman Fernandez and then Congressman
Yeah,
Abante.
I just wanted to be clarified, Doctor, no? Kasi nakita ko to kanina na ang kanyang blood pressure was 90/50. And then a while ago when she testified, kasi 1207 pa to eh. So now, ano yung naging blood pressure niya prior to this
80/40, sir.
Ha?
80/40, Mr. Chair. Yes.
Over 40. And what that indicates?
Hypotension po. Hypotension.
And her blood sugar, kanina mababa, it jumped to 167
Yes, sir. That's a normal consequence
because of
giving
the
her
iced tea.
Yes, sir.
But it is temporary.
I would presume, sir, it will be temporary.
Will you
sir.
recommend having her in a hospital instead of being here?
Yes, sir. We gave the recommendations already to the Secretary General.
Kasi kung
Yes,
kinakailangan
sir.
dalhin siya sa hospital,
Yes, sir.
bring her to the
For
hospital.
proper workup only, sir. For proper workup.
Yeah.
For
please.
proper workup. So we can make sure that when she gets presented here the next time, that we are aware of what she truly has, and we have already the proper medication, the proper treatment.
Do we have a complete
that she can continue.
Do we have a
Yeah.
complete facility in order to find out the real
No, not
condition?
here, sir. Not here.
Oh, in that
Not here,
case,
Mr.
having
Chairman.
this kind of blood pressure and the staggering blood sugar,
Yes, sir.
don't you think it's high time to bring her
Yes,
to
sir.
the hospital?
Yes, sir. Or at least 2-3 days. Just to give the proper workup, sir. 2 to 3 days. Po.
Okay,
2 to
you will
3 days.
be the one responsible for this, because I myself, I will be recommending her to be
Yes, sir.
brought to the hospital.
So that
Since,
only, yes, sir.
Huh?
So that only, Mr. Chair, the next time she goes to the hearing, we already know exactly what she has and she's being treated for whatever she has.
No, what I'm trying to tell
Yes, sir.
Doc
Yes, sir.
Valencia, Valencia ba?
Bautista po.
Right now, we have the blood pressure that is so low, starting 1207, and then a while ago, you told us that it was from 90/60, naging 80/40 siya.
Yes, sir.
And then the blood sugar was so low when she drink the iced tea, it jumped to 167 milligram. So
Yes,
don't you think it's proper to bring
Yes,
her
sir.
to the hospital now?
If
Mr. Chair.
the committee will approve of that, then there's no reason for us to delay further. So the sooner we know her diagnosis, the sooner we can treat
So
her.
we will be letting you your medical expertise.
Yes,
no?
sir.
Sige.
Yes,
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Congressman Fernandez. Doc, I
Yes,
think
sir.
you should do what is necessary.
Okay po.
No, kung kailangan siyang dalhin sa hospital, bring her to the hospital.
Okay, sir.
Kailangan i-work up siya, dalhin nyo, gawin nyo lahat ng work up
Yes, sir.
na kailangan.
Opo, sir.
Okay? You don't actually need the approval of the committee because I think this is an emergency case. So,
Yeah, we can say
sige,
that.
so,
And
Somehow,
Mr. Chair, I'd like to tell our doctors that, for example, before the hearing, her blood pressure is 70/40.
This
No.
morning, Mr. Chair, yes.
Huh?
This morning, Mr. Chair,
Yeah,
yeah.
no? 70/40, correct?
Yes po. 70/40.
Before
This
the
morning,
hearing.
around 10:30 in the morning.
Ibig
sir.
sabihin,
Yes, sir.
pwede na papuntahin dito pag ganun ang blood pressure niya.
But we were watching her the whole day, so somehow we felt she can, but apparently she wasn't able to continue
sige.
anymore, sir.
Now that you have given your opinion on her medical condition, do what is necessary. The committee will abide by you. Okay? So, thank you.
Mr. Chair.
Next,
Motion to...
wait, Congressman Acop.
kasi yung mga chairman, sila na lang eh.
Sige, okay. Congressman Akop.
Doc, sabi po nyo, 2 to 3 days. The lab exam will be complete.
Not only the lab exams, Mr. Chair, I think she will have to undergo some other procedures like 2D echo and other things po.
To rule out yung heart problem.
Yes po.
Pero
yes
at
po.
her age, medyo malayo.
We cannot definitely say that, but I will be more comfortable with her having at least a 2D echocardiogram.
Kasi
2D
napansin ko
echocardiogram.
nung tinatanong naman siya ni Kong Johnny Pimentel, ni Dan Fernandez, nakangiti pa eh. Di ba? Eh, kitang-kita ko naman nandyan siya eh. Pero nung si Congressman Abante, nakasimangot na. Hindi.
Sorry, sir, I
tapos
wasn't-
bumalik kay Dan Fernandez, nung sinabi niya na ikukulong sa Correctional Institute for Women, biglang nagbago. Eh, yun na napanood ko kanina. So,
Yes, sir.
pwede ba sa takot o sa stress yung
Yeah, of
ganyan?
course, sir. Stress will have a big factor in all these things. So she's having all this stress. And,
Tapos, hindi pa kumakain, hindi kagaya ni Madam Baterna. Kaya tingnan nyo si Madam Baterna kasi nakalabas. Okay na, mataba na. Pero itong isa kanina, haggard na haggard eh. Di ba?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Kaya nakita ko talaga.
But to
Oo.
correct that, sir, she's not actually fasting. She just refuses to eat what we give her, but she's ordering food from outside and eating properly, sir.
Pero kung hindi siya kakain, talaga mangyayari yung
Yes, sir.
ganyan. Na talaga.
Mr. Chair, I was told by Congressman Dan Fernandez that Chairman Ace invited Miss Baterna for dinner.
Eh, matagal ko nang alam yun. Na, Kwan? Di ba, Madam Baterna? Di ba? Kita kayo ni Kwan, Ace sa opisina niya. Oh, ikaw talaga.
Mr. Chair,
Thank you, Mr.
kidding
Chair.
aside. Kidding aside, Mr. Chair. May
Yes,
I?
Congressman Abante, and then Congresswoman Jinky Luistro, and then Congresswoman Garin.
I just
And then-
would like to make a manifestation, despite the fact that Ms. Cassie Ong is no longer fit to face this committee, that in questioning her, Mr. Chair, that she has consistently lied in this committee. And then when we asked Mr. Linsangan and Mr. Chua, they actually said that Ms. Cassie Ong is actually involved in POGO, which, of course, Ms. Cassie Ong has consistently denied, Mr. Chair. So I just would like to make that manifestation.
Okay, thank you, Congressman Abante. Congresswoman Luistro.
Mr. Chair, I wish to confirm from our committee secretariat if we have issued an invitation to Duan Ren Wu because Cassandra Ong kept on mentioning his name as the one who is the big boss in Lucky South. Have we invited him? And considering, Mr. Chair, his non-appearance, may I move that a show cause order be issued against Duan Ren Wu. So move, Mr. Chair.
Okay, there's a motion to issue a show cause order to one. Oh, there is already a show cause? So there is already a show cause order because we've been inviting him.
Therefore, with the manifestation of the committee secretary that a show cause order has been issued already, then may I move that a subpoena ad testificandum be issued to Duan Ren Wu. So move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
There is a
Second
motion to issue a subpoena ad testificandum to Mr. Wu.
Yes, Mr.
Wu.
Chair.
Mr. Wu and duly seconded. Hearing no objection, the motion is carried.
Mr. Chair, one more thing. Mr. AJ De Laserna mentioned about the property, the solar plant in Cebu. May I request for a copy of the property with the LRA as well as the articles of incorporation, if it is a corporation, with the Securities and Exchange Commission, Mr. Chair. I wish that the invitation be addressed to the LRA for the title, the tax deck for Cebu City, and the articles of incorporation addressed to the Securities and Exchange Commission. So move, Mr. Chair.
So SAC and LRA, please comply. There is a motion to compel LRA and SEC to submit to the committee the documents being asked by Congresswoman Luistro. Is there any second? Julie seconded.
Good evening, Mr. Chair, Your Honors. May the LA be...
Hold on. Julie seconded, and hearing no objection, the motion is carried. Yes, may I know your name, Attorney?
Attorney Elizalde, Your Honor.
I'm sorry?
Attorney Elizalde of the LRA.
Attorney Elizalde of
Of the Land Registration Authority, Your Honor.
SEC.
LRA po.
LRA. Yes, please proceed.
Yes, sir. We shall provide the document which you require from us.
Oh, you have already provided.
We will provide, Your Honor.
Okay,
Mr.
thank you.
Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you
SEC. SEC.
Mr. Chair?
So, COMSEC, please coordinate with SEC. Did you hear the request of Congresswoman Luistro? Can you please reply by not just by nodding to the committee?
Good evening, Your Honor. I am Attorney Heola Labraba of the Securities and Exchange Commission. We will comply with the order of the Quad Committee,
Okay.
Your Honors.
Mr. Chair?
Okay, we need those documents before the end of this week.
Mr. Chair?
SEC and LRA. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, for record purposes, may we request Mr. De Laserna to please restate the name of the company again in Cebu?
Mr. De Laserna,
Northern Cebu Renewable Energy.
Northern Cebu
Renewable Energy Corporation.
Renewable Energy
Corporation po.
Corporation.
I can text it to the COMSEC po.
Okay.
I can send it to the COMSEC po, Mr. Chair, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you,
Thank you,
Congressman.
Mr. De Laserna.
Mr. Chair.
Congresswoman Swansing first, and then Congressman Fernandez.
Mr. Chair, I was hoping to propound some questions to Ms. Baterna, but I could yield my time to Chair Dan Fernandez
okay.
if it's related to the admin.
No.
matter.
It's something else.
Oh.
You go ahead. You proceed.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I wish to propound some questions to Ms. Baterna with regard to some of the statements that she made in the previous hearings. Ms. Baterna, noong nakarang hearing po, noong August 22, sinabi niyo po na kayo ay executive assistant ni Ms. Cassie Ong. Tama po ba?
Wala po akong sinabing executive assistant po ako. Yung sa papers po.
Sa papers. So, sinasabi niyo po ba na hindi po kayo executive assistant or kayo po ay talagang executive assistant ni Ms. Cassie Ong?
Hindi po, Madam Chair.
Maaari ko po bang tanungin kung bakit po sa mga papel kayo po ay nakalahad bilang executive assistant?
Parang nilagay niya po yung name ko, Madam Chair.
Meron po ba kayong pahintulot na ilagay po yung inyong pangalan bilang executive assistant sa final po na petition kaugnay po doon sa eviction case?
Wala po, Madam Chair, kasi usually po, siya po yung parang, ano ba tawag dun? Siya po yung nagdi-decide. Tapos parang ipapasign niya na lang po sa akin.
Mr. Chair,
Parang ganun po, Madam Chair.
Mr. Chair, may I interject with the indulgence? Ms. Baterna, please tell the truth kasi napag-usapan na po ito last and you were here. And Attorney Roque was here. And the the petition filed before the Court of Appeals, ang isang mga lawyers doon, si Harry Roque, at isa ka doon sa mga witnesses at saka si Ms. Cassie Ong. And doon sa witnesses, nilagay doon executive assistant ni Cassie Ong, Ronaldin Baterna. So whether I would advise you, Ms. Baterna, to respond to, wag ka magsinungaling kasi kakalabas mo lang ngayon. Andun, hindi yung magsinungaling, pinirmahan mo yon. Ha? So I would advise you to to tell the truth. Be honest. Ha? Be honest. Kasi kakalabas mo lang, baka naman makontempt ka uli. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Thank you,
Please
Mr.
proceed.
Chair. Let me restate the question then, Ms. Baterna. So, talaga po ba na sinasabi niyo po ba na hindi po kayo executive assistant ni Ms. Cassie Ong?
Hindi po, Madam Chair. Siya po yung nagde-decide. Tulad po ng mga papers na pinapapirma niya po sa akin.
Ano po ang relasyon niyo kay Ms. Cassie Ong kung hindi niya po kayo executive assistant?
Parang boss ko po. Siya po yung tinuturing kong boss. Kasi siya po yung maraming inuutos.
Opo. Pwede ko po ba tanungin kung ano po yung mga, yung responsibilidad niyo po, na ano po yung saklaw ng responsibilidad niyo bilang boss niyo po, si Cassie Ong? Ano po yung mga inuutos niya sa inyo?
At tulad po nung sa mga papers, dahil siya po yung kasi nung una po, kinuhanan niya rin po ako ng ID, tulad po nung ginawa niya po kila Mr. Linsangan. Tapos, ang sabi niya po sa akin, parang ililipat daw po yata sa name ko. Yung parang ganun. So, since gawa naman po ng attorney yung mga papers, so iniisip ko po, legal po siya. Yung mga pinipirmahan ko po, Madam Chair.
May mga pagkakataon po ba, Ms. Baterna, na nakakasama kayo sa mga lakad ni Ms. Cassie Ong?
Yes po, nabibigyan naman po akong chance.
Opo. Base po sa inyo pong pagkakaalam, kasi nabanggit po ni Ms. Cassie Ong sa nakadaan po nating mga hearing na nung nakadaang hearing na boyfriend niya daw po, si Wesley Guo. Base po sa inyong kaalaman, boyfriend niya nga po ba talaga si Wesley Guo?
Hindi ko po alam, Madam Chair, kasi hindi naman po siya nag-share sa akin ng mga personal niya po.
May mga pagkakataon po ba na nakikita nyo ng magkasama si Ms. Cassie Ong at si Wesley Guo?
Parang meron po.
Maaari nyo po bang ibahagi sa komite na ito? Ano po yung pagkakataon na yon? Ano pong okasyon? Ilang beses nyo na po sila nakitang magkasama?
Okasyon po yun, Madam Chair, parang Valentine's, parang nagbigay ng flower yata si Wesley.
Saan po naganap ito, Ms. Baterna?
Doon po sa yung aesthetic salon niya po. Kasi nakita na lang po namin yung flowers na dala-dala niya po.
Nakita niyo po mismo yung pagbibigay ni Wesley Guo kay Cassie Ong noong mga bulaklak?
Nung dumating po sila doon, dala-dala niya na po yung flowers, tas kasama po si Sir Wesley.
Saan po sila pumunta pagkatapos nun? Sa opisina niyo po ba?
Ay, hindi ko na po alam, Madam Chair.
Hindi. Saan niyo po sila nakita?
Sa aesthetic salon niya po.
Nandun po kayo sa aesthetic salon?
Opo.
Hindi po sa inyong opisina?
Ay, hindi po.
May mga pagkakataon po ba bukod kay Wesley Guo? May pagkakataon po ba na nakita nyo na magkasama si Ms. Cassie Ong at si Alice Guo?
Hindi po, Madam Chair.
Sa inyo pong pag-alala, kahit kailan po, hindi nyo po nakikita pa si Ms. Alice Guo?
Once po.
Kailan po ito?
Pero hindi po yung totaling nakaharapan.
Opo, maaari niyo po bang ibahagi kailan yung pagkakataon na iyon na nakita niyo si Alice Guo?
Hindi ko po madaan-daan, Madam Chair, kasi doon po ulit sa aesthetic po, may parang pinagawa po siya.
Opo, parang ang dami po nagaganap, Mr. Chair, dito sa aesthetic salon na ito. Maaari niyo po bang ibahagi yung pangalan ng aesthetic salon at saan po ito nakatayo? Sa Porac po ba? Sa Bamban? Saan po itong aesthetic center na ito?
Ang alam ko po ay dati po, nakatayo po siya sa may friendship po, Angeles. Pero nag-close, wala na po yung wala na po yung, tawag doon? Yung store. Lumipat po yata, pero hindi ko po alam kung saan na po nila nilipat.
Opo, ano pong pangalan, kung naaalala niyo po, yung pangalan ng aesthetic center?
La Princesa po.
La Princesa?
Yes
Opo.
po.
Sino po ang may-ari nito?
Ang pagkakalam ko po kay Ma'am Cassie.
Si Cassie Ong po.
Opo.
Doon po sa aesthetic center na yon, base po sa inyong sinasabi, nakita nyo na po sa dalawang magkaibang okasyon na binisita po ni Wesley Guo si Ms. Cassie Ong at binisita din po ni Ms. Alice Guo si Ms. Cassie Ong doon po sa aesthetic center na ito.
Yes po, Madam Chair.
Magkaibang pagkakataon po ito.
Yes po, Madam
So, dito po sinasabi niyo po sa komite na sigurado po kayo na magkakakilala si Ms. Cassie Ong, si Ms. Alice Guo at si Mr. Wesley Guo.
Yes po, Madam Chair.
Okay po. Salamat po, Ms. Paterna. Sunod po na tanong ay, kilala niyo po ba si Mr. Duan Renwu? O yung tinatawag po na Big Boss?
Yes po, nakikita ko po siya.
Nung mga pagkakataon po na nakikita niyo po siya, kasama niyo po ba si Ms. Cassie Ong?
Siya po yung kasama ni Ma'am Cassie po.
So sa lahat po ng pagkakataon na nakita mo si Mr. Duan Renwu, lahat po ng pagkakataon na iyon ay magkasama sila ni Cassie Ong.
Yes po, Madam Chair.
Sa mga pagkakataon po na nakikita nyo sila, ano po iyon? Okasyon po ba yon o may trabaho ba? Meron ba silang transaksyon na ginagawa? Ilang beses nyo na po ba sila nakita na magkasama?
Minsan lang po, Madam Chair, kasi hindi po sila palagi pumupunta doon kung saan po ako nag-work.
Opo. Pag sinasabi niyo po na kung saan po ako nag-work, sa Lucky South 99 compound po?
Yes po.
Okay. Para lang po malinaw po sa amin. Hindi po sa Whirlwind, sa Lucky South 99 po.
Yes po.
Bihira niyo po sila nakikita, pero may mga pagkakataon po na nakita niyo na magkasama sa ilang okasyon na bumibisita si Ms. Cassie Ong at si Mr. Duan Renwu nang magkasama sa Lucky South 99 office.
Yes po, Madam Chair.
Opo. Ano po yung dahilan na bumibisita po sila sa Lucky South 99 na opisina?
Siguro po, chine-check po nila yung yung building, parang ganun.
Chine-check po yung building?
Opo, yung ano ba tawag doon? Yung yung negosyo nila, parang ganun po siguro, Madam Chair.
Opo. So, involved po ba sila sa operasyon ng Lucky South 99? Kaya sila nag-check ng building?
Hindi ko lang po alam, Madam Chair.
Opo. Sige po. Sa Lucky South 99 po, kayo po ay treasurer ng Lucky South 99?
Hindi po.
Ano po ang official designation nyo? Wala po ba kayong official na designation doon?
Yung corporate secretary po. Kaso
Opo.
papers only.
Kindly wrap up,
Opo.
Congresswoman Sansing.
Opo. Ito pong kasi po yung Lucky South 99, meron pong mga utilities na binabayaran tulad po ng tubig at kuryente. Nakikita nyo po ba yon kapag merong mga gano'n na pinaprocess? Yung mga dumadating po ng mga bill?
Hindi po, Madam Chair.
So, hindi nyo po nakikita?
Hindi po.
Hindi nyo din po alam kung ano yung billing address ng Lucky South 99? O alam nyo po ba?
Billing address po?
Opo. Kapag
yung
meron
address lang po yung alam ko, pero yung billing address na ginagamit po nila, hindi po.
So, hindi po kayo involved doon sa pagbabayad ng utilities, tubig at kuryente?
Hindi po.
Okay. Sige po. Huling tanong na lang, Mr. Chair. Nabanggit po sa mga nakarang hearing na kayo po ay shareholder at officer ng Fujian, Shen Amoy at Lucky South 99. Tama po ba?
Yes po, Madam Chair.
Alam niyo po ba kung magkano po yung equivalent ng value ng inyong shares na hinahawakan sa Fujian, Shen Amoy at sa Lucky South 99?
Sa totoo niyan, Madam Chair, hindi ko po talaga siya matandaan.
Opo. Hindi niyo po natatandaan o hindi niyo po alam?
Hindi ko po alam.
Opo. Kasi, Mr. Chair, mahalaga po yung katanungan natin na ito. Kasi po, sa estimate po, ang value po ng shares na hawak ninyo sa Fujian Shen Amoy ay naglalaro sa 1.5 million pesos. At sa Lucky South 99 naman po, ilang milyon din po. Higit po sa 1 milyon. Ngayon po, kung nakapangalan po sa inyo yung shares na iyon, sinasabi niyo po ba dahil hindi niyo po alam kung magkano, hindi po kayo yung actual na nagpasok ng pera para po makuha yung shares na ito?
Wala po talaga akong idea dun sa Amoy.
Last
wala
question,
po. Apo.
Congresswoman Sonsing.
So, yes, Mr. Chair, thank you. So, ang huling tanong ko po, wala po kayong pinasok na pera?
Wala po. Dahil
Kahit
wala
po,
ako.
nakalagay kayo bilang shareholder dito po sa dalawang kumpanya na ito?
Yes po, Madam Chair.
Okay. Yun lang po, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair?
Yun lang po yung aking mga katanungan, Mr. Chair. Yung
Mr.
iba
Chair.
po sa aking mga katanungan para po kay Ms. Cassie Ong, pero dahil po sa kasalukuyang sitwasyon po, I will reserve it for the other
Okay, sige.
hearings.
Thank you,
po.
Congresswoman Sonsing. Congressman Dan Fernandez.
I move to suspend this
Mr. Chairman.
Quadcom hearing.
Mr. Chairman, before we roll with
act
the...
on that,
yeah.
yes.
Chairman, just admin lang po. Kasi we issue subpoena for Mr. Wu. And COMSEC asked me that the PNP be directed to coordinate with COMSEC and SAA so that we can locate the address of Mr. Wu for that subpoena artistry. For the subpoena, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. SEC also, can we ask you to please submit to the committee all corporations registered under the name of Mr. Duan Ren Wu, the same name mentioned earlier, owning the company Lucky South 99.
We will comply, Your Honors.
Thank you. So there is a motion to suspend, and hearing no objection, we are temporarily suspending this committee hearing, and thank you very much to all our resource persons for your cooperation and patience. See you again in our next hearing. Session suspended.
AMLA and NBI po.
You